Before we start talking, can I ask a question?
What's up?
I just want to clarify something. If someone commits suicide, who's held culpable? Is there still a blackened?
That's a good question, actually.
Rapid?
As always, they who ended a life will be held culpable for the resulting death. In the case of suicide, the blackened and the victim just so happen to be the same person. In that case, you're advised to vote the victim as the blackened. There will be no resulting execution.
You can't seriously think she killed herself, though.
Well, suicide came up during the investigation. So I just wanted to make sure I understood the rules surrounding it.
How the hell did suicide come up? They burned down half the school trying to kill her. That doesn't exactly scream suicide.
Well, mostly it's Hama. Would you mind testifying? I just want everyone to be on the same page with what you told me earlier.
Right. Where do you want me to start?
With the first note you got, if that's alright.
Okay. Well, Watari slipped a note under my door a bit before nighttime, telling me to meet her an hour after the nighttime announcement.
And you're positive it was Watari?
I'm pretty sure. It was definitely her writing.
Okay. So then what happened?
I waited until an hour after the nighttime announcement. Then I did what it said. I went upstairs to the sewing room.
So that's when I saw you.
Yeah, I got there, but Watari didn't show. It was just Hideaki. We talked for a couple of minutes, I guess, but I was getting kinda worried, so I went to go look for Watari. I couldn't find her, so I thought maybe she'd just shown up late and she was waiting for me in the sewing room.
So you went back?
Yeah, I went back up. That's when I found the second note.
Second note?
It said she was going to kill herself. It said she went back to her room to kill herself. So I ran back downstairs to find her. But she wasn't there. Then everyone started freaking out and yelling that there was a fire.
Right. Then I think it would be a good idea for us to start with Hiroaki.
Wait, excuse me?
Yeah, hold on. What?
Watari was supposed to be in the sewing room, but Hiroaki was there instead. I'm just wondering why.
I was in the sewing room because I'm always in the sewing room.
That late at night?
I couldn't sleep. I just went up there because I was bored. I never saw Watari. She never showed. That's not my fault. And for the record, I never saw any notes either.
No?
No!
When did you leave the sewing room?
Just after Hama did. I figured it was getting pretty late, so I was gonna try sleeping again.
And neither of you saw Watari at any point?
Nope.
Not at all.
Right. Okay.
But I think it's real fucking weird that you ended up in the sewing room instead of Watari.
Wait, it's not! She doesn't own the sewing room. I didn't even know you guys were meeting there. I was just there to work. Seriously, I never saw Watari and I never saw the note.
So where were you when the fire started?
I was downstairs. Yanagi, tell him I was with you.
Huh?
Yanagi and I were in the dining room. We're the ones who found the fire in the first place.
And then you ran upstairs.
We ran upstairs once to go check out the smoke. Then I ran upstairs again because Yanagi ran after Hayashi. Stupid, by the way.
What? Nakamigawa, you ran into the fire?
But because of Yanagi! And I didn't run into the fire, I just ran upstairs!
You could have just as easily killed her then.
No, I couldn't have. I was with Yanagi both times. Unless he saw me kill her, I think it's safe to say that I didn't do anything.
Yanagi, got anything?
Right, I was with Hideaki. He didn't do anything.
Then, what?
But if we're pointing fingers, I think it's pretty interesting that Hama was the only person who saw the notes.
What?
And he has no alibi.
What?
During the fire, nobody saw you at all. Weird.
But because I was in Watari's room.
It can't be Hama. That wouldn't make any sense.
We have zero proof that there even was a suicide note. In fact, I was in the sewing room and I didn't see a thing. So really, we have more proof that there was no suicide note.
What the hell did you want me to do? Take it with me? I was kind of fucking preoccupied.
With what? Running down to check Watari's room? Cause I'd love to talk about that.
Just shut up!
How long would it take to check her room? Like 2 seconds? They're not exactly massive. You can tell with one look whether or not she's in there. Why the hell were you searching her room for the whole damn fire?
Hold on! It would take more than a couple seconds. You need to check the bathroom and the closet and stuff too, right? I mean, I'd imagine he'd want to be thorough. If she was dying and he missed her because he was careless, that'd be bad.
She said she was in her room. I just took her word for it.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Because you two were super close, right?
Nakamigawa!
It would have been pretty easy for you to get close to her. You even had a meeting planned. She trusted you.
I didn't fucking kill her! Why the hell would I write myself a fake meeting note that would do nothing but incriminate me? Why would I show up in the sewing room and talk to you if I didn't want anyone to know I was there?
Implying there even was a meeting note. If anything, I'd guess you wrote Watari a meeting note and planned to meet with her in the sewing room. You just weren't expecting me to be there.
Hold on a minute. That's wrong. The meeting note was definitely real. I've got it here.
Hama, meet me in the sewing room 1 hour after the nighttime announcement. Don't be late. That would be super lame. Later, nerd. Love, Nishino.
I can't make any promises about the second note, but the first one is definitely real.
Well, fine, I guess, but...
And if that really is Watari's writing, which, I mean, we're only going off of Hama's testimony, but if it is Watari's writing, she's definitely the one who wanted to meet up, not Hama.
So then, we can move on from Hama?
Unless anyone has anything else they wanted to add?
I mean, Hama did say he could start fires with his demon powers. So...
That's... No, he can't. That's dumb.
Wait, sorry. I'm honestly a bit lost here.
Shocker.
I was kind of distracted for a lot of the investigation. Can someone give me a quick rundown of what actually happened?
Watari's dead.
Yeah, I picked up that much. But, there was a fire, I guess?
Okay, so around, I want to say midnight, there was this giant fire. We don't know how it started, but it was up on the second and third floors. Hayashi, Yanagi, and Hiroaki ran upstairs to go check it out. But then the fire got put out and then the lights came on. She was in the computer lab, completely burnt up. You could barely even tell it was her.
Wait, but... Sorry, this is probably a stupid question. But if she was killed by the fire, how do we vote anyone as the Blackened?
In the event that a student falls victim to fire or smoke, the student who started the fire will be held responsible.
Ah, right. Okay.
that makes things a bit easier though, right? We just need to figure out who started the fire.
But how do we know she was killed by fire?
Because she was... burned?
I mean, someone could have attacked her and then started the fire, right?
Then they'd be guilty either way. She was definitely killed by the fire though, right? I mean, look at her. I couldn't even really recognize her.
So you think she burned to death?
Actually, most people who die in fires die of smoke inhalation long before they could actually burn to death. So, I mean, at the very least, that's a lot less painful.
Wait, so did she burn to death, or did she suffocate?
Oh my god, does it matter?
It does matter. Everything matters. It's the cause of death. It matters a lot.
Well, I mean, Whether it was burning or smoke, it's safe to say that the fire's what killed her, right? So we just need to figure out who started it.
But wait, did she have any other wounds? Could she have died any other way?
The hell? You should know. You're the one who investigated the body.
Honestly, I'm really not feeling so well. My apologies.
Hey, come here. I want to keep an eye on you.
Wait, since when are we allowed to switch podiums?
It really doesn't matter very much.
Then I want to switch!
Can we please focus?
Whatever, just... We shouldn't be dismissing other causes of death. Sure, maybe she died from the fire, but if she didn't die from the fire would be a great way to cover that up.
I still don't really understand how the fire started at all.
I'm a bit surprised to hear that, honestly, considering you probably started it.
What?
It started in the computer lab, right? Aren't you in there all the time?
No, I'm not. I promise I'm not. I haven't gone to the computer lab since Okazaki.
Actually, sorry, but you took a PC from the computer lab earlier today, didn't you? The one you put in the staff room.
That wasn't... Someone took it. I just waited outside.
Yeah, he didn't come in. I got the PC and then we left. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed him starting a fucking fire either way.
And it doesn't even matter, because that was hours before the fire started anyway.
But you used to spend a lot of time in the computer lab, right? You'd know the most about the computer lab out of any of us.
So? Knowing a lot about the computer lab doesn't mean he's any better at setting it on fire.
Wait, sorry, just to clarify, why is everyone so sure the fire started in the computer lab?
Well, I mean, that was where Watari's body was, right? Not to mention, it was really, really damaged. The entire ceiling was collapsed.
Right, okay.
Maybe Hama really did start the fire with his demon arm!
I definitely didn't!
Then, maybe someone used a lighter?
Well, the only lighter in the school was Watari's, right? That's the only one we know of, at least. Either way, it's dead. I've got it here.
Do you just carry around evidence in your pockets all the time?
I mean, well, usually during these trials, we all just kind of take each other's word for stuff, right? I thought it might help back up some of my points if I had actual evidence to show. But look, it's dead. See?
That doesn't mean we can rule it out completely, though. Could someone have just used the fluid?
It was already dead by the time the fire started. It died earlier this afternoon, Watari told me.
So what if she was lying? I'm just saying, we're ignoring the one person in the building that would have been better at starting fires than any of us.
What the hell are you saying?
I'm saying that she could have dumped the lighter fluid herself and just saved it for later. And even if she didn't do it like that,
Watari wouldn't do that! Watari wouldn't put everyone in danger like that. If she was gonna kill herself, she would have just done it. She wouldn't burn down the whole damn school and kill us all.
Can I say something?
Go on.
Watari knew how to start fires without a lighter.
Yeah?
She told us during the staff meeting. She had made a little fire for us so we could have some light while we talked. She said she knew how to make fire without a lighter.
Why the fuck are you doing this to her?
Huh?
She fucking cared about you! Why are you doing this to her?
I'm not doing anything to her. I'm just... We need to consider everything, right? So...
You know, if anyone else could have gotten close to her without her fighting back, it'd be you! You know that, right? She fucking trusted you!
I didn't hurt her!
She made that meeting fire for you in the first place! Because you're afraid of the dark! If anyone was gonna get hit by the fucking motive, it would be you!
But, Watari, she was giving me a light. She's the last person I'd hurt over the motive. I swear, didn't do anything.
So where were you during the fucking fire then? Huh?
I was in my room.
You had no alibi during the fire. You had no alibi before the fire. Where the hell were you? Wada! Wait.
Wada?
What's going on?
Wait. Hold on. I think we should move on. We have other topics we should be covering right now.
He's faking it. He just doesn't want to get caught.
Faking what? I'm so confused.
Wait. Okay. I was waiting to see if Hummel was right about that. Wada, are you having trouble talking again? It's selective mutism. I kind of figured from the start, but...
Selective mutism?
Right. It's a form of mutism that's not big enough to talk, that only applies in certain situations. It's an anxiety disorder. It just means that under certain circumstances, you can't talk.
Can't talk or won't talk?
Can't talk. It's mostly seen in children, but if it goes untreated in childhood, it can follow someone into adulthood too. He had it as a kid, so it makes sense that he'd still have it now.
Hold on, pause. How do you know that? That he had it as a kid. How do you know that?
Oh, it was in his student profile.
You... What?
You read our profiles?
What?
Hasagawa, you went through my shit?
You guys realize we all agreed to read the profiles if someone got murdered, right? You're freaking out on him for something we told him to do.
That stuff is private, though. I don't want someone going through my info like that.
Rich.
I have to agree. That's not... That information is... That's private.
Wow, rough. Sucks.
We said we'd read them if someone died. That was the whole point of keeping them.
Regardless, you should have asked first, or at least told us they're going to be read.
No. He's right. We all agreed to it. It was an emergency.
Did you at least find anything relevant? Anything useful?
Well... If we're going off the files, then the prime suspects should be Wada, Ojima, and me.
What? You're incriminating yourself?
I know I'm innocent. I'll gladly give up whatever info I have, because I know it'll prove I didn't do anything.
Alright, then let's start there. We'll just go down the list and badger all three of you. Then we can rule you out. Or, execute you. You want to give us your testimony?
Right. I don't really have much of an alibi. Honestly, I was in my room all day right up until the fire started. After that, I went to the pool with everyone else.
Can confirm. He was definitely at the pool. He's the one who brought Ojima.
Where were you before that?
Like I said, I was in my room all day. I didn't even come out for breakfast.
That's kind of suspicious in itself, honestly. Why don't you ever come out of your room? What are you doing in there?
It's safer in my room. The door locks.
Apparently that doesn't mean much anymore.
You... Don't make jokes about that. Don't. I stay in my room because it has a locking door and I've got light in there.
What?
How do you have light?
Hasegawa, how do you have light?
It's not fire.
That wasn't the question. How did you have light?
I just... It's luminol.
Wait, but...
Hold on.
I thought luminol only lit up blood.
You weren't making yourself bleed just so you can use the luminol, right?
You could use the same bloodstain more than once, and you really don't need that much, so it's not like I didn't...
Are you crazy?
Have we even used the luminol in a single investigation yet? This isn't really how I expected it to come up.
There's no way that's fucking worth it just for a tiny bit of light.
Hold on! Actually, that reminds me! The luminol! That was in the chem lab, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the killer started the fire with something from there! Hasegawa, you're super smart. Is there any mix of chemicals that would make, like, I don't know, fire?
If he knew how to do that, why the hell would he be bloodletting just to use the luminol?
I'm not sure why anyone would go through that much trouble either way if they could just use one of the Bunsen burners.
One of the what?
Why the hell didn't you just use one of the Bunsen burners?
I don't exactly have a gas line running directly in my room. I wouldn't be able to turn it on.
Wait, hold on. What? I don't know anything about this shit. What's a Bunsen burner?
It's a gas burner. It maintains a single open flame. In labs, they're usually used for things like heating and combustion, but they need to be hooked up to a gas line. I don't have that in my room.
So could the killer have used that to start a fire?
Then it was Hasegawa, right? Since he's so familiar with all the chem lab equipment.
How would using the chem lab once or twice make him so familiar with the chem lab equipment?
It wasn't just once or twice. He was always in there with Kamimura.
Can anyone back up Hasegawa's alibi? Anyone?
But nobody saw me anywhere near the computer lab. Tom already said I was at the pool with everyone else. Besides, the fact that nobody saw me all day should support my testimony.
Listen, his alibi's not airtight, but I'm not sure what else we can pick apart. I think we should move on. He's still a suspect, but we have other people to investigate.
Then you're up, Wada.
Wada, care to testify?
Okay.
Woohoo! He's back!
Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks, Hasegawa. The last time I saw Watari was when Hama and I were setting up the PC in the staff room. She stayed for a little while, but then she left. I didn't see her again after that.
Yeah, that checks out. That was the last time we saw her.
Why were you guys setting up a PC in the staff room anyway?
So it would be easier for me to talk when my voice wasn't working.
So then what?
Well, we finished setting it up, so Hama left, but I stuck around for a little while to mess with my TTS preferences a bit. I went back to my room when Watari's fire went out.
And you stayed there?
Until the fire, yeah.
Can anyone back that?
Well, he came to the pool, so at the very least, he was probably in his room when the fire started.
Alright, so here's a fun question. Where were you when the fire started?
Huh?
When the fire started. You know, the one that burned down like half the school. Where were you when it started?
I was in my room. What are you even talking about?
Well, we both know you weren't in your room all night, so how about we talk about what you were doing in the stairwell?
I wasn't doing anything in the stairwell.
You know damn well that I passed you in the stairwell. So where were you going?
I was just going up to the dance studio.
Then you were on the 3rd floor when the fire started. Why aren't we suspecting Tamba again? Genuinely curious.
But because I'm innocent?
You were the only one upstairs when the fire started.
I wasn't. I was in my room. After we talked in the stairwell, I ran back to the dorms to go find Mai. I never even made it to the dance studio.
Talked! Is that what you're going with? That we talked? You tried to kill me!
What?
I didn't.
What happened?
It was a mistake. I didn't.
She tried to push me down the stairs.
I didn't.
You totally did! You pushed me! The only reason I'm here is because I caught myself on the railing!
But it was an accident. I didn't mean to push you. I was stressed and scared, and you bumped me, and my training kicked in.
Pretty sure I didn't train you to do that.
I panicked.
You could have killed me!
I didn't mean to, though.
Yeah, easy to say when I lived. If I died, I doubt you'd be rushing to confess.
God, you're fine. Can you just move on already? You caught yourself. You're fine. Nothing happened. You're getting mad over...
Oh yeah? Push me again. See what happens.
Whoa, okay, stop. It was an accident. You're both fine. Can we just drop it? She fucked up, but you're okay.
Oh, whatever, Mai. You're practically brain dead now.
Excuse me?
How have you not noticed? You used to actually give a damn. You used to be fighting to get out of here. Now you're just fighting for Tamba. What happened to you trying to kick the grate down on day one? What happened to standing up against Sasaki's bullshit? What happened to breaking down doors? You're just going through the motions. You're just Tamba's guard dog now. We all have to put up with her stupid shit because she's got you on her roster.
Kamikawa, just shut up for once!
Wow, no shit, you'd be defending her. Everyone's shocked. Newsflash, she's defending you too. You two are fucking invincible because you roped in Hayashi on day one, and now the rest of us have to put up with you guys doing whatever you want.
What the hell are you even talking about?
If I had pushed someone down the stairs, you guys would fuck me up. If I punched someone in the face, you guys would fuck me up. But because it's the blondes, you can just do whatever the hell you want because you know nobody's gonna mess with Hayashi.
You're making up a fake problem. I didn't even do anything. Yanagi punched you, but I've been...
You literally tried to kill me today.
That was an accident. I already said it was an accident.
For fuck's sake! Can you shut up? What the hell are we even talking about? How is any of this fucking relevant? Who cares? Tama tried to fucking push you? Is that seriously what you're freaking out over? My stop breaking shit. That's your biggest fucking problem. I don't care about any of this. I don't care who's arguing with who. I don't care about any of this stupid, interpersonal, bullshit drama you guys have going on. I don't fucking care. Do you know where we are right now? Do you know what we're fucking doing? Watari is dead. We're going to die if we don't find out who did it. Fucking focus!
We were talking about Wada's alibi.
I was in my room up until the fire, and either way, I don't know how to start fire without a lighter.
I believe him. If he knew how to make fire, he would have made fire by now.
Definitely.
Well, what if he didn't mean to do it?
What? Huh?
What if he started the fire by accident? Would that still count?
How would he have started a fire by accident?
I mean, what if when he was messing around with the PC, he started an electrical fire or something without knowing?
God, no. Please. Please don't let this be another accident.
But my PCs were in the staff room, and my dorm room... The fire started in the computer lab.
Then maybe you did it when you were getting the PC from the computer lab.
But I haven't been in the computer lab in days. I already said that.
Please.
If you really didn't go into the computer lab at all, and it was Hama that got the PC for you, then if anything, he's the one that accidentally started the fire.
What? There's no way. All I did was unplug a PC. I didn't start a fire.
And besides, the fire didn't even start until hours after that.
Excuse me, sorry. I actually had another question.
Go ahead.
What would it mean for the case if the fire was started by something outside of student control? Like an electrical malfunction in the walls or something?
If an electrical malfunction was caused by Hama removing the PC from the computer lab, he would be held responsible for the fire and any deaths it may have caused.
That's not really what I asked, though. What would happen if the fire was completely out of our hands?
If by some chance the fire was caused by staff negligence, it would be immediately put out before it could be allowed to spread.
Alright, so since you didn't immediately put it out, that means a student is definitely responsible for it, right?
If that's the conclusion you choose to draw.
Right, okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that was completely ruled out. Wada, just to be 100% sure, there's no way you started the fire with your PC setup?
I'm positive. Nothing we did in the computer lab would have started a fire. Especially not hours later like that.
Then, I think he's in the same boat as I am. His alibi's not entirely airtight, but there's nothing else we can get from questioning him. We should move on.
Then it's Ojima's turn. Ojima, testimony, go. Ojima?
Oh, you cannot be serious. Takeshi!
Is he okay?
He's fine. He just does this. Takeshi! Hey! Takeshi!
We're in the middle of the damn trial. He can't be spaced out right now. Wake him up!
There's nothing I can do about it. He's just like that. If shaking him doesn't do anything, then nothing is gonna get him talking again unless he feels like talking again.
That's too fucking bad. He doesn't get to just zone out in the middle of a trial. He needs to be here.
What do you want me to do? Better yet, what do you want him to do? It's not like he can control it, it just happens.
Well, how do we get him back?
If I knew that, we wouldn't be here right now.
Is it, I don't know, possible that he might have done something while he was zoned out?
What? You think he hurt someone?
Could he have?
What? No! He doesn't hurt anyone when he's zoned out. He just stands there. He doesn't do anything.
Well, I mean, is that entirely true?
What?
I mean, the other day he came to the med bay. He had been pulling his stitches out, hadn't he?
That's completely different. That's just a nervous habit. He wasn't hurting anyone aside from himself. He was just doing it unconsciously. That's completely different from starting a fire and covering up a murder.
I'm just putting it forward as a theory.
Well, it's a stupid theory. He wouldn't...
Ojima?
What? Takeshi, are you okay?
How could you do that? How could you? How could you do that?
Hey, breathe. What are you talking about?
How could you?
I don't think he's actually back yet. Just give me a minute.
That was private. How could you?
His profile?
Takeshi, hey, just... You're okay. You're safe. We need you to come back, alright? You're safe. I promise you're safe.
He hasn't spoken since it came up, has he?
Was he zoned out that whole time?
You're safe.
Fuck. That was private.
I know, but you're okay.
Nakamigawa.
Yeah, hey, I'm here. You're alright. Are you back?
Yeah.
We need to check Ojima's alibi. I want to rule out Yanagi's dissociation theory.
You're okay. They just want to know where you were all day.
I don't even know.
Do you remember this afternoon? You told me you were gonna check out for a bit, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't remember anything after that.
You were checked out all day. You were in your room the whole time.
I was?
You were. Hasegawa, you're the one that took him down to the pool, right? You know he was in the dorms when the fire started.
Right.
I know he didn't kill Watari. I was with him all day. The only time I left was when I went up to the sewing room, but he was still in his room when I came back to put my stuff away. He couldn't have gone anywhere.
I feel like it's a pretty solid alibi.
I think it's pretty safe to say he's not faking the whole zoning out thing either.
Then can we rule him out?
I'm fine with that. For now, at least.
Agreed.
I'm really not feeling well.
You look like shit. Just hold out till the trial's over, okay?
Sorry. There's one thing I want to bring up again. Because I'm still kind of confused. Can we talk about Watari's suicide note?
What about it?
I just want to be super sure I understand the two notes. I'm not really seeing how they connect to the actual case.
I got the first note about the meeting a little bit before nighttime. I found the second note just around midnight. That's the one that said she was going back to her room to kill herself. I ran downstairs to go find her, and then the fire started.
And the writing on the two notes definitely matched?
It did, yeah.
Then I'm super confused. If she was going back to her room, why was she in the computer lab?
She probably just lied.
What? Why though?
If Hama had actually found her, he would have tried to save her, right? He probably didn't want that. She told him she was back in her room so that he'd go there instead of looking for her and finding her in the computer lab.
But would he even have checked the computer lab to begin with?
Maybe not. But what's a better shot? Leaving it up to chance or guaranteeing he'll go to the wrong room? She was covering her bases, buying herself some time to die.
So you really do think this was a suicide then?
Starting to, yeah.
Then that would mean she started the fire herself.
Pretty much, yeah. I think she wrote the note to bring him upstairs, left the second note to send him back downstairs, all to buy herself some time to start the fire and die. She was making sure he wouldn't actually find her, and that she would have time to get the fire going.
That doesn't make any sense, though. If she had meant for him to come upstairs and find the note, it would have been there when you were there, Hiroaki.
Well...
Where was the note exactly?
On the table.
No, I need more specifics than that. Where on the table?
I don't know. It was just sitting there. It was in front of the chair closest to the door. The one you see as soon as you walk in.
And it was in plain view. You saw it right away?
Yeah. It wasn't hidden or anything. It was just sitting there.
What? That can't be right.
Why not?
Because that's where I was sitting. There's no way I wouldn't have spotted it.
Is there any chance you just missed it? It was pretty dark.
Definitely not. I was using the table for workspace. I would have seen it, 100%. I was looking over the table like every 10 seconds.
Then the note had to have been put there after you had already left.
For sure.
And you're sure the writing on the notes matched?
Definitely.
Then it had to be Watari who put the note there, right? So she was still alive at that point?
What? How would that even work?
It's just the only thing that makes sense. She slipped the first note under Hama's door. Hama went upstairs, ran into Hiroaki. They both left. Then Watari put the second note there for Hama to find when he came back. Nothing else makes sense, unless... I guess she could have written the note and someone else could have actually put it there.
But how? Who would have had her note?
Maybe she was coming upstairs to put the note in the sewing room and got intercepted on the way.
Why are you all staring at me?
You were the one in the sewing room when Watari was supposed to be there.
What? I never saw Watari even once. The plan doesn't even make any sense. I didn't do anything.
She came up the stairs to plant the note. You were there. You killed her. Hid the note from Hama and then planted it after Hama left.
No, I didn't. None of that happened.
That doesn't make any sense, though. Why would he have put Watari's body in the computer lab? Wouldn't that be a waste of time? Plus, he knew Hama was searching the school. Wouldn't he have been afraid of getting caught?
Wait, but I thought the fire killed her.
The fire did kill her. This entire theory is completely baseless. No, Tamba, shut up. I want you to tell me exactly what you think happened, step by step. Let me hear how stupid this is.
Oh, gladly. I think that Watari was planning to kill herself, slipped a note under Hama's door, and went upstairs to plant a second note. I think you're right with what you said before. She was probably just leading Hama all over the school to buy herself some time to die. What she wasn't expecting is that you would be there. She ran into you, you killed her, and then took her note. Hama showed up, you played it cool until he left, and then you planted the note, carried Watari down to the computer lab, started the fire, and left!
Tamba. Oh, Tamba. You literally saw me in the stairwell! Was I covered in blood?
How does that prove anything? You could have killed her without drawing blood! You could have strangled her! Or used poison!
Hama would have seen her body there when he showed up!
So maybe you hid it! It was pitch black! You wouldn't even have to hide it that well! You could have just stuffed it under the table or something!
I didn't know Hama was coming! I would have been completely unprepared for when he actually showed up! I wouldn't have known to hide the body! I would have gotten caught!
Bullshit! It would have been obvious he was coming! Watari was carrying a note addressed to Hama! You could have read it and realized what was going on!
Okay, so here's a fucking question then. Hama, when you showed up for the second time and found the note, was the building on fire?
Not as far as I know. It was still fine.
I couldn't have possibly predicted when, or even if, Hama was going to come back to the sewing room. I wouldn't have been able to time the fire to start after he found it. If I was just gonna start the fire at a random time, why would I bother leaving a note out for him to find? It's stupid! It doesn't make any sense!
You could have just guessed the time. It would have taken the fire a while to spread from the computer lab to the sewing room anyway. Maybe the fire had already started and Hama just didn't know it yet.
The computer lab is directly under the sewing room. It would have spread pretty fucking quickly.
Oh shit.
Huh?
We've been looking at this the wrong way the whole time.
Shigeki?
What do you mean?
Oh, yep, okay, you're gonna puke. Over here.
Yanagi!
Is he okay?
Can we pause for a minute?
I'm sorry.
You're fine, you're fine. Get it out of your system. Seriously though, can we pause?
We'll call a brief recess for the time being to clean the trial grounds. Please stand by.
What's wrong with him?
He hit his head.
Oh, shit.
The trial will resume shortly.
I'm really sorry.
Stop apologizing, you're fine.
Thank you for your patience. Is everyone comfortably resituated?
Yep.
Yes. Thank you.
Lovely. You may now resume the trial.
Ken, what did you mean when you said that we've been going about this all wrong?
We've been looking at it the wrong way. The fire didn't start in the computer lab.
Then where did it start?
The sewing room. The third floor was significantly more damaged than the second floor. Plus, the computer lab doesn't fit into anyone's testimony. There's no reason to think it was involved, aside from the fact that we found Watari there, but I think the only reason we found Watari there is because the floor caved in.
So she died in the sewing room and then fell into the computer lab?
Right. Plus, Hama, what was it you told me when we were investigating? When you found Watari's note in the sewing room, it smelled like a garage?
I mean, that's weird. But is it relevant?
It's definitely relevant. He's saying they used gasoline.
The gasoline from the engineering lab?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. If they had used gasoline, that would explain how the fire managed to spread so quickly.
What? I didn't smell anything at all when I was up there. Definitely not gasoline.
When I was in there with you, I didn't smell anything either. Didn't smell like a garage until I came back the second time.
Then they didn't pour the gasoline until you had both already left. That means that the fire probably didn't start until Hama had left the sewing room a second time.
How can you know for sure?
Because if the fire definitely started in the sewing room, he would have seen it if it had started before he left. If he didn't see anything, that means the fire didn't start until he was gone.
Tomba, seriously, keep up.
That means our suspects are everyone who doesn't have an alibi for the exact moment the fire started. That's right around midnight.
Then who can we exonerate?
Glad you asked! We can exonerate me!
What?
Yanagi and I were together in the dining room when the fire started. The only two people who were accounted for, mind you. Which means we're both completely innocent.
We are?
We are!
I'm accounted for! I was in my room!
Me too.
There's no way to confirm that, though.
I was running back to the dorms to look for Watari.
Hey, speaking of which, I have a question. Why did you go back to the sewing room at all? You already knew she didn't show up to the meeting, so why bother coming back to check again?
What?
You showed up to the meeting, she wasn't there, so you went looking for her, but then came back to the sewing room? Isn't that kind of suspicious?
How is that suspicious?
Honestly, your entire story is kind of suspicious.
It's not! I didn't do anything!
But then why bother coming back upstairs? All I'm saying is that doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense, okay? I know nothing I'm saying makes sense. I don't get why she did the whole fucking meeting thing. I don't get why she wanted to kill herself. I know it doesn't make sense. I already told you. I came back to the sewing room because I thought maybe she was just late to the meeting and she'd be there by then. That's not suspicious. I didn't kill her. I didn't even see her after the staff meeting.
Hama, just to be sure, is it possible that someone else was in the sewing room when you came back?
Huh?
It was dark, right? How thoroughly did you search the room? Is it possible that someone was in there waiting for you to leave so that they could start the fire?
I didn't see anyone else.
If we're going to talk about that, can we go back to how the fire even started at all? I don't get that part.
They used the gasoline.
Yeah, but that was to fuel the fire, right? How did they actually start it?
Is it possible that they used something from the arsenal?
Arsenal?
What arsenal?
Oh my god. We didn't even talk about the arsenal yet. That's kind of big news.
What are you talking about?
Well, I figured that the fire might have taken out a wall or a door or just something in the locked room, right? Like I figured maybe we could get in there now. So I went to go check it out. It's an arsenal. It's full of guns and weapons and poisons and stuff.
Guns? Do they work?
Hell if I know. I didn't touch them. Either way, they couldn't have used something from the arsenal to start the fire. The arsenal was completely locked down until the fire had already happened.
Yeah, can confirm. It was locked down hard.
Well, we need to get it locked again! I don't want all that stuff just readily available for anyone to grab whenever they want!
I really, really wish you would have brought that up sooner. Is there anything else you forgot to mention?
No, that's it.
What? Huh?
So the fire couldn't have come from something in the arsenal, but the Bunsen burner is still bothering me.
What? Why?
Well, I don't know how they started the fire, but wouldn't it have been easier to just go ignite something in the chem lab and then just carry it upstairs to ignite the gasoline with?
The light would have given them away, wouldn't it? They could have been spotted in the hallway. Especially since Ron was running back downstairs.
The light definitely would have given them away. Yeah, especially if they were in the room when Hama was. The fire definitely didn't start at all until Hama left. That means no Bunsen burner for sure. I think it's safe to just forget it.
What makes you think they were hiding in the room when Hama came back anyway? Wouldn't that be seriously risky?
Well, the fire spread really quickly, right? It would make sense for it to have started as soon as Hama left. Plus, they would need to know when he had left if they wanted to time the fire correctly. I think they were in the sewing room at the same time he was, just waiting for him to leave.
But how could he have missed them?
They would have only needed to stay hidden for a couple of seconds. As soon as Hama saw the note, he would have been too focused on that to worry about searching the room. They probably just waited under the table or something. It's not like he would have spotted them in the dark.
God! This is way too much to keep track of!
What are you confused about, Tamba? Maybe I can help.
How did the fire start?
We're not really sure yet, but we know that they used gasoline to make it bigger.
Okay, why wasn't Watari in the sewing room when she said she would be? An hour after the nighttime announcement, I mean.
We're pretty sure she was never going to show up to the meeting at all. We think that she just wanted Hama to find her second note so he can run back downstairs and buy her some time.
So she was really going to kill herself?
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Well, but... Okay then. So if she killed herself, isn't the case kind of open and shut? She started the fire, killed herself, the end, right?
I mean, that sounds right, but this still doesn't make any sense.
And... Hold on. If she wanted Hama to find her note and run back downstairs to look for her, why didn't she put the note out until after Hama had already left?
Because there was an unexpected third party at their meeting point.
Huh?
Nagawa.
What? Me?
She couldn't put her note out because of him?
She must have gotten there, saw that Hiroaki was in the sewing room, and hid. She wouldn't have been able to discreetly put her note out with him in there. He absolutely would have read it.
Definitely.
presumably, even if she told them not to.
For sure.
Then, where was she?
Was she seriously hiding upstairs the entire time, just waiting for me to leave?
But where?
Couldn't she have just hidden right there in the sewing room? It was dark. Nobody would have seen her.
That would be way too risky. If anyone just so happened to point their flashlight at her, she'd be caught.
Then maybe she was in the supply room. The one right across from the home ec room door. She would have been able to see if anyone went in or out of the sewing room, and she would have been hidden out of sight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the supply room. You said it looked like someone had been in there, right?
I vaguely recall that.
Then she was probably hiding out in there, just waiting for them to leave.
But why? Why was she just waiting there to leave the note? Was it that important that I go back downstairs?
Like we already said, she was buying herself time. She didn't want you to find her. She had to make sure that you wouldn't.
But what did she need time for? How long does it take to die?
Then she probably needed that time to start the fire.
So she was the one that started the fire then.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah,
But why?
to kill herself.
No, I mean, why the fire? Why would she do that? She wouldn't do that. Watari wouldn't take out half the school and put us all in danger just to kill herself. Not when she could have done it a different way. It doesn't make any sense. This whole plan is stupid. If she wanted to kill herself, she could have just grabbed a knife and killed herself. She wouldn't need this whole big elaborate plan to burn half the damn school down. She would have just done it.
You know, with the way she was talking earlier, it kind of makes sense that she killed herself.
What?
When we were in the kitchen earlier, she kept telling me how glad she was she got to meet me. It kind of sounded like a goodbye.
Fuck. This morning, she wanted to show me her dancing. She said it was her life story. She wanted me to see it. Why the fuck didn't I notice?
But I still don't understand how the fire even started in the first place.
Does it even really matter?
It does matter. Everything matters. If she chose to die by fire, there has to be a reason why. Hama's right. It would have been a million times easier for her to just stab herself and be done with it. Why did she choose fire? Nobody has anything? Okay, Yanagi, Wada, can you give me a rundown of what else was in the supply room? What did she have access to up there? Anything that could start a fire?
I think it's mostly cleaning supplies.
It is bleach, detergent, sponges, cloths, things to restock the home ec room.
That's all I saw when I was in there. Brooms and chemicals and shit. That's where I got the steel wool I was cleaning the oven with. Useful.
Okay.
Got something?
Just give me a minute. I need to think.
She had a lighter, right? Could she have used that to start the fire?
Are you fucking serious? How many times have we been over this? The lighter was dead!
Besides, if she'd used the lighter to start the fire, it would have been on her, not in Hasagawa's pocket. It would have gone down with her in the fire.
That said, though, if there was already gasoline everywhere, it would have taken much to start the fire. One small spark would have done the trick.
But how would she have gotten a spark in the first place?
Couldn't be that hard. Starting a fire is one thing, but making a spark is easy. She could have just plugged something in.
Did we find any electronics up there?
The sewing machines are always plugged in up there. That would have been an easy way to get things going.
Ooh! Or maybe someone found something else suspicious. Like a fire starter.
You don't think someone would have mentioned it if they found a fucking fire starter up there? Where would she have even gotten something like that?
I don't know. Maybe it was in the storage room or something. Or maybe it was someone's reward? Or it was part of someone's workstation. Or it was in the lab somewhere. There's tons of stuff in this school.
Oh, wait, what does a fire starter look like?
It's like a little flint and steel. It's a piece of metal.
Oh, wait. Maybe we found one then? Does it look like this?
Definitely not. What the hell is that?
I'm pretty sure you just found garbage.
No, it's definitely metal. See? We found it in the sewing room. We didn't know what it was. It's not a fire starter though?
Can I see that?
Sure. Yaniki and I found it when we were investigating. It was just lying there. It looks pretty burnt up though.
You found this in the sewing room?
Yeah, behind the door.
Was it specifically behind the door? On the sewing room side? Not the home ec room side?
Yeah, alright.
Is that a big deal?
I don't get it. She wouldn't kill herself. And even if she did, she wouldn't try to cover it up like this. She wouldn't want us all to die. She wouldn't have put us through this. Not after what she said during Okuzaki's trial.
She promised she'd never be like Okazaki. Didn't she?
So she wouldn't try to kill us like this.
Maybe she... I don't know, resented us for killing Okazaki. They're really close, right?
She wouldn't fucking do that! And she didn't resent us! She cared about us! She cared about us a lot! She cared about me! She swore she did. She wanted us to get out of here together.
Hama. I need you to testify one more time, okay? I need you to tell me exactly what you did. From the second you walked back into the sewing room to the second you walked back out.
The hell are you talking about?
You were looking for Watari and you decided to check the sewing room again. You got to the door, then what?
I walked inside?
No. I need to know exactly what happened.
I barely even remember. There was so much going on.
Hama, this is extremely important. Think.
I mean, I walked into the sewing room, and I called her name.
How far did you open the door?
I don't know, like halfway. I walked in, called her name, took a couple steps forward. I don't know. I was just kind of looking around with my flashlight.
And then what?
Then I saw the note. So I walked over to the table and picked it up.
And when you were doing that, you didn't notice anything else aside from the gasoline smell? No smoke, no fire, no light, nothing weird?
I mean, I don't know. It's all just... it's blurry, man. My mind was kinda on the fucking suicide note.
Hama, this is really, really important.
Why, though?
Did you notice anything?
No. I don't think so. Just the gas smell. I read the note, and I realized what was happening, so I ran out of the room to go find Watari.
Did you open the door any further than when you walked in?
Yeah, definitely. I threw it open.
All the way open? Did it hit the wall?
It did, yeah. I threw it open. It hit the wall. And I ran downstairs to go find Watari.
Right. Okay.
I'm just kind of confused of why any of this matters.
If you're suggesting Watari was behind the door, I'm not sure that would make much sense. He certainly would have spotted her on his way out. Especially if the door was only opened halfway.
The door wouldn't have been able to hit the wall if she was hiding behind it.
Ooh! Maybe the note was flammable in some kind of weird way. Like, maybe it was some kind of special paper that bursts into flames when it touches gasoline. He dropped it on the floor, it hit the gasoline, and boom!
I don't think that's a thing that exists.
It's definitely not.
Where even was the gasoline? Was it just thrown all over the floor?
I'm more confused on where Watari was. We know she was hiding out in the storage closet while she was waiting for Nagawa to leave, but after he left, she planted the note. Where did she go? Back to the closet?
She just hid right there in the sewing room, didn't she? Under the table.
Sorry, I have another question.
Yes?
What would it mean for the verdict if someone set someone else up to start the fire?
Wait, what?
If a student arranged for another student to start a fire unknowingly, the student who committed the actual act of setting the fire would be held accountable, regardless of whether or not they were set up.
Set up? What do you mean set up?
The only reason I can think of for Watari not just killing herself in a simple and easy way is that she wanted us to get the wrong answer. That means that she's either the culprit and she wanted us all dead, or she's not the culprit and she wanted to get someone else out alive.
What the hell are you talking about?
If she wanted someone out of here that badly, she could set them up as the culprit, force them to kill her without even knowing that they did it, and they'd be virtually guaranteed a trial win, since not even they would know they were the killer.
That's stupid. She'd never do that. Nobody would. Who the hell would kill themselves just so somebody else could escape?
It's not stupid. It's the only thing that makes sense. You don't know how it feels to love someone so much that you'd be willing to die just so that they could live. You don't.
Then...
What the hell are you even saying?
The piece of metal Wada found isn't just a random scrap of garbage. It's a 9-volt battery. One that exploded by the looks of it. From the heat, I'm guessing.
But what does that have to do with anything?
It's incredibly easy to start a fire with a 9-volt battery. I just didn't realize what had happened until Hayashi mentioned that she had gone to the supply room a couple of days ago to get steel wool.
Huh?
It's a pretty common fire starting technique. When a 9-volt battery touches steel wool, it causes the steel wool to conduct electricity, which makes it rapidly heat up and ignite. The resulting flame isn't very big, but if you pair it with gasoline, it could easily make the entire room go up in seconds.
So then...
All you would need to do is make sure the battery touches the wool. Then the whole room would go up.
But what does that have anything to do with me? How does that mean I started the fire?
Honestly, I didn't really get it either until I heard you testify again. Then it all kind of clicked. This is only my theory, but I'm thinking the reason Wada found the battery behind the door is that it was stuck to the actual door itself when the fire started. Maybe she taped it, maybe she just left it there and let the door push it. I'm not really sure. The fire kind of cleared out any evidence, but she had the battery set up against the door, and the wool set up on the floor so that when the door was opened fully...
The battery would touch the wool.
And the whole room would go up.
Right. So when you threw the door open on your way out...
There's no fucking way.
But where was Watari during all of this?
I think she really did just stay in the sewing room. She probably hid under the table, waited to make sure her plan worked. It was kind of risky after all, and then just waited to die when the fire started.
That didn't fucking happen!
But-
That didn't happen! It didn't! There's no... Watari wouldn't have known about the steel wool shit. What even is that? Is that even true? She wouldn't have known that. And the plan doesn't make any sense. Why the hell would she die for me? She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't try to fucking kill everyone just so I could live. She wouldn't do that to me. She wouldn't put me in that fucking position. She wouldn't. She wouldn't make me live with the fact that I'd killed all of you. She wouldn't fucking do that to me.
She did say she knew how to start fires without a lighter.
And she definitely knew we had 9 volts at the very least. She might have gotten the idea from watching Masanari work on the shake light.
What?
But that's not fair. Hama didn't even know he had done anything. We can't convict him. She set him up. How the hell does that even count? That's not fair.
I didn't do anything. I didn't kill her. She wouldn't make me do that. I didn't hurt her.
It's the only sequence of events that make any sense. Nothing else could have.
It doesn't make any sense. It's completely convoluted. Why would Watari do something like that?
That's not our job to figure out. We just need to figure out if she did it or not. How are you not seeing this? No other theory works. This is the only one that accounts for everything. All the dots connect. We're getting sidetracked about how we feel about Hama and Watari. We're not looking at the actual case. This literally has to be what happened. Watari set him up to kill her and he...
Just shut the fuck up for once! Shut up! She wouldn't do that to me. She wouldn't fucking make me live with that. She wouldn't kill herself just so I could go home. She wouldn't kill all of you just so I could go home.
Then maybe it wasn't entirely about saving Hama. Maybe that was only part of it.
Huh?
Maybe she really did just want to kill herself. Maybe she was tired of this shit and ready to go. Can't really blame her. Maybe setting up Hama was just a little bonus on the way out. I mean, if she was gonna die, why not save her best friend on the way out the door?
She didn't want to die.
It kind of makes sense, actually.
Damn it.
Yeah, she's definitely been off lately.
Looking back on it, yeah, she has.
She wouldn't do this to me. It doesn't make any sense.
Can I try to help you make sense of it then?
God, please.
Alright. Then, here's what happened.
I didn't hurt her.
For whatever reason she felt necessary, Watari decided she was going to kill herself. She said her goodbyes to Hama and Hayashi, by the sounds of it, and then put her plan together. She gathered everything she was going to need. The gas, the battery, the steel wool. I'm guessing she kept it prepped in the supply room so she'd be ready to set up the fire right away. She wrote a note for Hama, asking him to meet up with her 1 hour after the nighttime event. She didn't plan on actually meeting with him, but she needed him to come up to the sewing room to start the fire himself. Otherwise, the whole plan would have been pointless.
Oh, God.
She left the note and headed upstairs to set up her trap. But there was an unexpected hiccup. Hiroaki couldn't sleep, so he was working in the sewing room. With him there, there was no way she could set up her fire trap, so she had to hide until he left. She hid out in the storage room and waited, but Hiroaki never left. And eventually, it was too late. Hama had shown up for their meeting. Since Watari wasn't there, he talked to Hiroaki for a little bit. He went to go look for Watari. Since I can imagine he was probably kind of nervous about her not showing up at all. Hiroaki left pretty soon after, and that's when Watari put her plan in motion again. She headed into the storage room, set up the wool and the battery, ordered gasoline, set on her note, and waited, I guess. We're guessing she probably waited under the tables, since it was the only place to really hide, but she waited. I really don't know what she must have been thinking that entire time, but eventually, Hama came back. When Hama came back, he found the note, panicked, and ran back downstairs. When he threw the door open, the battery Watari had set up behind it collided with the steel wool, producing an ember that ignited the entire room.
No. No.
The place went up pretty fast, and Watari died in the fire, so that means that whether he meant to start the fire or not, in the eyes of the game at least, by the rules, Hama killed her.
He didn't!
That's not fair.
The trial isn't about whether or not the case is fair.
Well, how the fuck do you want us to vote him guilty? He didn't do anything wrong!
We did it to Haruta, didn't we?
God, fuck. Please. She wouldn't do this to me.
She did do this to you. Get with the program.
Nakamigawa!
I'm done being here. We're dragging this out. He killed her, right? Let's hurry this up.
What the hell is your problem?
Just shut up, Nakamigawa.
If I had to guess, just by reading her file, you have a little sister, right, Hama? And a mom?
Fuck.
I think she was trying to make sure you got home to them.
Fuck. They didn't need me. They would have been fine.
Watari wasn't close with her family. She probably thought the same thing.
They would have been fine. Why the fuck would she do this?
But I mean, that's really just a guess. I don't know. Maybe she just wanted you to live.
Fuck.
After all of the votes have been cast, the execution will commence. Please press your buttons now.
You can't seriously expect us to convict him.
But what else are we supposed to do?
If we don't, we'll die.
But we could be wrong. I'm not ready to vote yet.
Nothing else makes sense.
I don't want to vote for Hama.
This is so fucked up. I can't vote for him.
Then I guess you'd rather we all die. Go on. Pick right now. Do you want to live? Or do you want to die? That's all it comes down to. You're thinking about it the wrong way. It's not about killing Hama. It's about whether or not you want to live.
I can't.
Masanari.
Thank you for voting. Your votes are currently being tallied and will be shared with the class shortly.
Hama,
This is so fucked up.
don't go!
Hama?
God in heaven, I come before you as a sinner, broken and ashamed of the unforgivable act I have committed.
Hama!
Wait, just... let him pray.
I know I've taken a life, and I can't undo what I've done, and my heart is heavy with guilt and remorse, and Lord, I know I've lived a life of sin against you, and I know I'm unworthy of your forgiveness, but I'm begging you to look upon me with compassion and love one more time, and grant me the strength to face my death with dignity and with peace, and... Let her family find peace. Let her family heal from what I've taken from them. But be merciful to them. Comfort them through the grief and the pain that I brought upon them with what I did. Please. please, in my last minutes, please offer me forgiveness. Just for a minute. Just long enough for my words to reach you. Please, I please.
The class has voted for Hama Ran, the ultimate demonologist, to be executed. This conclusion was correct. As a result, Hama Ran will be punished with death.
God, fuck.
Please. You can't.
That's not fair!
Lord, I am scared, and I'm alone, and my time on Earth is ending. And please, before I go to hell, please, just once, give me peace that surpasses all understanding.
Without further ado,
Do this! Don't do this!
Before you, I confess all my sins, the demonic forces that ground me, the atrocities I've committed, the pain I've caused, the life I've taken, the failures I... Jeeba, God, please. Fuck. Jeeba, please. Just... I beg you for a second of peace. In my final moments, God in heaven, against every sin I've committed, I beg for forgiveness. But please,
Mama.
Fuck. I want my mom. Fuck.
it's punishment time.
Dr. Yonekura Haruka, Session 1, Log 96. The fourth trial just came to a close, and I have to say, this time around, things were somewhat unexpected. Around midnight, Student 15 chose to withdraw from the killing game by taking her own life. We discussed the issue of suicide in the office earlier last week when Student 12 attempted suicide, so we were prepared with a new rule set in the event that she succeeded. But instead of killing herself as anticipated, she rigged up a door trap that forced Student 10 to kill her unknowingly. Quite frankly, I can't say I was expecting that. Monomoko didn't seem to be very prepared either, but she handled it well on the fly. She seems to be back in working form now. I'm not sure what Dr. Khan did, but her behavior's been corrected. But I suppose we can leave it at that. Aside from that, my thoughts on the case... I've got plenty of thoughts on the case, actually. My first thought on the case is that I'm incredibly disappointed in Student 15 for allowing herself to use a door trap. I can only imagine she pulled inspiration from Student 9, which is, well, pitiful, to say the least. Is there another word for it? It was pitiful. Regardless, let's look over the execution that Dr. Khan prepared for Student 10. He was rather excited about this one, so I can only imagine it'll be completely egregious and unnecessary. Ninth Circle Full-Body Demonic Takeover. Awful name. Sounds like something out of a shonen manga. Anyway, Ninth Circle Full-Body Demonic Takeover. Student 10 was strapped to a large circular slat of wood. A magic circle... What? A magic circle had been painted on it, with Student 10 positioned in the middle of said circle. 6 IV lines were inserted into Student 10. One on his neck, one in each arm, one in each leg, and one in his lower back. Dr. Murunaga, who was assigned to man the execution, was in charge of both initiating the execution and opening the IV lines. When given the okay to begin, he ignited the wooden slab beneath Student 10's body. As the fire gradually began spreading, the IV lines were open, allowing a mix of chlorine bleach and sulfuric acid. When does he come up with these? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid? Did he literally only do that because of the whole battery angle? When this was run by me, the only thing in the bags was chlorine bleach. Now I'm seeing sulfuric acid?
It's because student 15 used a battery.
Yes, I get that. Thank you, Seki.
Just explaining it.
Why are you even here? I'm recording my audio log. Go. The IV lines were open, allowing a mix of chlorine bleach and sulfuric acid to flow into Student 10's body. This caused severe and immediate pain, causing Student 10 to scream and lash out violently, held back by the designated restraints on his wrists and ankles.
Do you get that part?
No, actually. Why not just burn him? This is excessive. Not to mention excessively stupid.
Surrounded by fire, screaming and writhing. He's supposed to look like a demon.
Oh. What? No, that's still stupid.
Keep reading.
As the fire continued to spread, one of Student 10's wrist restraints unexpectedly broke. Dr. Murunaga was evacuated from the room for his own safety, but Student 10 did not attempt to remove his IV lines or restraints. The execution continued for several more minutes until it had become clear that Student 10 has passed away, at which point his body was allowed to burn and Dr. Murunaga was allowed to re-enter the execution chamber. It should also be noted that Student 6 became incredibly distressed during this process, attempting to damage the execution chamber glass before being restrained by Student 12. No significant damage was reported. Unnecessarily grisly, as always. Grisly and pointless. The important takeaway is that students 15 and 10 are gone. That means the game is almost over. One more kill. And then we're done. The remaining students will be returned to their environments. It feels like it's so close now. I hope the next group of students is this entertaining. Well, I'm not sure I've got anything else to add. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. I've got someone I'd like to speak to. Dr. Yonekuro Haruka, Session 1, Log 96, out.